Well, I changed from Rembrandt to doing a paper on Guercino. And so I studied, him. I knew some of his studio assistants. The Gennari family was married to his sister, and they had nephews, and they were all, it was a very tight-knit family, that were studio assistants that worked in his style. So, over the years, I would always go, if I was in Italy or wherever, I would always go to a museum and seek out his paintings, or churches, with cathedrals in Italy. And so this one time I was in Germany. I was visiting Yvonne and her family at the time. So my wife now. So she's showing me around her neighborhood, and went to the Stadel Museum and a couple of galleries. On the way back, it was getting dark, and we're passing. I said, "Whoa, stop the car. I want to see what's in there." It looked like an antique shop, but some interesting things. It turned out it was a small auction house. They were just moving things around, getting them ready, or for next show or whatever. And I went underneath the gate and I knocked on the door, and some guy comes over, doesn't understand me. I said, "Yvonne." So she leaves the car, comes over. I said, "Could you tell him?" So he called over the manager, and the manager spoke English. And he says, "Well, what do you like?" I said, "Well, I like paintings." And he goes, "Oh, okay, go up to the second floor. There's more paintings there." So on the landing, before I get to the second floor, there were paintings stacked up against the wall. And I saw, from the corner of my eye, I saw like the top of this one painting. And I said, "I've got to come back and see that." So the guy comes up, he goes, "You see anything you like?" I said, "Well, there's some interesting things here." There was nothing there that I liked. So I go back downstairs. Yvonne said, "There's a Saint Sebastian there. She knows I like that subject, I said, "Okay, that's the painting I was going to look at." So she's standing right next to me. I pull the paintings forward. I looked at the painting. I'm like, "Holy shit." I said, This is by Guercino." She says, "What?" I said, "Shh, quiet." I said, "The guy is right down at the bottom of the stairs, the manager." I said, "Excuse me, can I speak to you for a second?" So he comes up, and I said, I wanted to know what he knew about it, because this is stacked up like any other painting up against. I said, "What can you tell me about this painting? I like it, And he goes, "Oh, it's 18th century." He was 100 years off. It's 17th century.
17th century.
He's like, "It's probably Italian." That he got right. And he said it's been cut down. And I'm thinking, this guy's an idiot. Well, I don't want to say he's an idiot, but he didn't study
the painting.
He just assumed it was cut down.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it wasn't cut down. That is a 3/4 length format.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And obviously, I know these things. I've been studying art, studying paintings. The fact that he said that, it was strange. But anyway, so I said, "Okay." He said, how much is this? He's like, 1,000 to 1,500 euros. I said, "All right, cool. Can I buy it tonight?" He goes, "Oh, no. 1,000 to that's the estimate. You have to come back for the auction." I said, "Oh." I said, "When is the auction?" He said, "In 3.5 weeks." I'm saying, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
I said, if someone knows what I know about this, it's going to go through the roof. Yeah.
Right.
So I said, "Listen, would it be okay if I came back tomorrow, to take some pictures in the sunlight?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "What do you think it would cost to restore this thing?" He goes, "Well, I have a restorer coming over tomorrow to look at some other paintings. Maybe you could ask him." I said, "All right, that's great." So I go home that night, and before I leave, I go home. I go to to Yvonne's place, Yvonne's house, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, "Oh man, what if this guy, this conservator, knows about
that painting is.
Right.
Shit, what did I do?"
Yeah.
So I go there, like really nervous, thinking. So this conservator goes there, and so he's looking at the painting, but he's looking at the frame. He's like, "Wow." He goes, "This is a beautiful frame. This frame is amazing. It's 17th century." He's looking at the back, and I'm like, he's talking about the frame. He's not even looking at the
picture.
Yeah.
I go, "What do you think it'll cost?" And he gives me a price, and I said, "Oh, okay." I said to the guy, the manager, I said, "Would it be all right if we took it outside?" He goes, "I have some pictures. I have really great digital pictures. I'll send it to you. I'll email it to you. What's your email?" So I give him my email. He goes, and can I have your name? So he looked me up. Mm-hmm. So he sends me an email. He goes, he goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you, Mr. Soprano."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
All of a sudden, the
man,
price just
my cover was
shot up.
blown.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so he goes, you can call in, because I told him I was heading back to the States.
Yeah.
He goes, you could call in and do a phone bid.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, okay, no problem. So now I had the pictures. Now I'm studying it, even more convinced